Hey, we're going to do granola bars. So let's get started. I have Primo. It is the burnt umber color. This is for our chocolate chips. We have Ecru. I rolled out a little bit flat and just cut it into a tiny rectangle. I also have Ecru rolled out into a tiny snake here. You can see it on my finger. And then I have some Ecru with white Primo. So it's just to lighten it up a little bit. So here are the three colors. And I roll them out into thin snakes. And make the little rectangle whichever size you want. I don't bake the clay, I just roll some flour and cut it into a rectangular piece. This is kind of to save on clay. And then I'm going to show you how we make the chocolate chips. Rolled it into a snake. Chop a tiny piece out. Roll it into a ball on my finger. Smash it flat on the surface of the table. I do that for the little chocolate chips. See how flat it is on the bottom? That will be the top of the chocolate chip. Okay, and there's some other little white dish pieces on granola bars that are somewhat rounded in some of them. And I like that. So that is actually worked pretty much the same way as the chocolate chip. I take a little slice out and I very softly start to squish it down. So let's see. So there we go. So it's slightly squished. It's a little bit rounded, more on the opposite side. And then for our little oats in our granola bar, you have the little cracked rolled oats. What I do is I take a slice, I roll it into a slight oval shape on my finger, and I press down. Let's see if I can get that on my index finger instead of thumb. I usually shape them on my thumb. So that's supposed to be a slight oval shape. What I do is I take a pin and go straight down the center, and that is my oat. So now we'll place some on the granola bar. So here's the granola bar, and I just start placing them. I place the whitish ones and the chocolate chips first until it's almost completely covering the granola bar, sides and all. So I will continue here, and I will be back as soon as I have those two types placed all over. Then I'll show you the oats. I started placing a few of the little oats, but basically what I'm doing is I'm using a pin. I pick one up and I place it in one of the spaces that was created by one of the little empty spaces. I fill in the empty spaces with the oats. Sometimes I overlap the oats a little bit, and I place them with the safety pin and press them down in the middle to help make sure that they're inside the little granola bar there. So I'll overlap some of the ones I did before, trying not to texture the paler ones. Place them in different directions so they're not all laning the same way. Sorry, I don't know how well this camera is focusing. It's easier to do it on your work surface. So just continue in that manner until you've filled in all the spaces. I'll do a little bit more work, and I'll show you some coloring to make it a little bit more realistic. Okay, so I've continued covering the little granola bar. Let's see if we could get focus. Okay, so there we have some little rolled oats and our other little pieces. What I'm going to do is add some pastel. So I take a very thin paintbrush and I go into the little crevices of just the little oats, the little rolled oats, to add some color. I'm adding just yellow ochre, brown, rust, just to add a little color to the rolled oats. And then once I finish coloring this, we'll be all done and it's ready to bake. But there's so many different types of granola bars. You can look up different granola bars and have fun creating different types. Something that I may even do is coat the bottom in dark brown TLS, like the granola bars that are have the chocolate on the bottom. And the bottom, I didn't cover the bottom. You certainly can cover the bottom, but since it's jewelry, I decided just to go ahead and leave the granola bar on the sides and the top, and the bottom, the head pin's going to come through anyway. This is a study for something bigger that I'm planning on doing and seeing if I like this or a different surface. I hope that you guys liked this, and I'll be back soon.